Yeah, so with different things that we see, different places, right? We're on the top of the dollar base. Okay, the dollar bit. There's different things that we see that make a bracha. So also nisim avosenu, the Mokkah. So the Gemara says the next thing on the list, Avnei Agovish, is the stones of Agovish. What is that? What's Avnei Agovish? Tanya Avarim she'amdu agabi ish, v'yodu agabi ish. These are famous stones. We'll see the story in a moment. They were on top of Ish and they went to another Ish. Who are the Ish? Amdu agabi ish. The Moshe. They were on top of Moshe, the Chsiv. Moshe's Ish. Moshe Ono. He's called Ish. Ma'oid. The Pasuk says, "V'yachtudu hakolos v'abor v'moto v'asan outside." Right, and the bar had stopped. In other words, Moshe went out, and he was able to stop the avonim of the borod from coming down. That's one. The other one is, that's one story that was a nis. That was on a nis in Mitzrayim. Another story, Yeshua, the Ksiv Kach L'chois Yeshua ben Nun, Ish, he's called Ish. See, what was the name of Yeshua? Vayi, Pasuk says, V'nusa mipnei Yisrael, V'moyed beis Charan, and Hashem ishlich aleim, Avonim G'dolim in Shemayim. There's these huge rocks from Shemayim. What happened? Ad Azokah. What was the story? A second. I will Omri Ish, and this is the part is the Yoga Rabbi Ish. I think they were Yoga on the ending of Yeshua. It was Yom, but they came down to Schus Yeshua. And they were running away. It says in the passage they were running away from the Canaan or whatever it was over there. Okay. Another Evan. Shabikesh Oid with a Chabash of Yisrael. So there was another story of an Evan. The story goes as follows. Well, we have a say so he says follow. This is what Ov said. Machad Yisrael Kama Tosa Parsi. The size of Machad Yisrael is 3 parsim. Ezov Yaka Tura Tosa Parsi. The way I'm going to wipe out the Jewish people is and I'm going to lift up a mountain which itself is 3 parsa. The Ishti Alaya, throw on top of them and kill them. Also, I could do about closer policy, isolation, kuchibuchu, all that. Kamti. Because Baruch Hu brought lots of ants into this mountain, and the ants are eating away at the dirt or whatever, and they penetrated it. The Nochis B'Tzavara, and it crumbled on his, the whole mountain slipped into his, started to crumble, and then it slips into his neck. Initially, he wants to shake it off his neck. So there's a huge mountain on top of his neck, on his head. What happened? Hashem and his teeth went out, and they got stuck into the mountain. He can't get it off. Like it's got nails in his mouth, in the mountain. That's 2 shayim you broke it. What's it say? I'll take you Shivafta. They brought him down. Moshe, the story goes. Now Moshe was very tall. He was Eser Amos. So he took a nagir, shokal nagir, took an axe by a certain Amma, and Shavar, he jumped. Eser Ammon. So he jumped an Amma. So I guess he's about approximately 30 Ammas up in the air, very high, quite high, 50 feet in the air. He had to get up or something. He was able to hit him, attack, to axe him on his tekkur, if a kasula means his knee or possibly his ankle. The point is he was able to attack in this situation when he has the mouth on his head. He attacked Oig, and Oig came falling down. That's the end of Oig. Evan Shiyashim then Evan Nace. We had this expression, Evan Shiyashim Moshe. The stone that he sat, you see, if he did, Moshe created him. When his hands, when his arms were very heavy, Viko Evan, she talked of the Yeshiva. They brought a stone for him to sit on. He could rest his hands on it. And when he was davening against the Malik. Ishka Shalit. Another thing we say nice is on the wife of Lot. She became a pillar of salt. The wall of Yericho that was absorbed into the ground. So Bishlam Kulanisa, all these things are good miracles, all right? The good things that happened, they were miracles. We got saved from them. But the Ishto Shalit, the Amr Baruch Dynamics, the wife of Lot, was Tam. It was a sad thing, So you say Baruch Dynamics. So that's the answer. On that you say Baruch Dynamics. But the Mishnah says, what does it say in the Mishnah? Just Chazal saying it in the also Nisim, right? Let me see. Where is this called in? Tana Rabbanan. It was in the Brisa, brings it in a list of things in the Brisa. The Lashon of the Brisa is on all these tzar she'itin haydarim shrach if they are malkah. So how can he say Baruch Dynamics? Kasha. So we have to edit the Brisa. Aloik val ishtoi mevochim shtayim. There's two parts of the story of Lot. Al ishtoi mevochim emes. Aloik is taka that's shvach. Baruch zoiches a tzaddikim. Special shvach. Hashem will watch over, remember the tzaddikim. Al Rav Yechon afilu b'shas kasa. Because Baruch Hu zoiches a tzaddik. Even the anger is destroying. It's not even a Meira. He remembers the tzaddikim. Shenem avi shichas alhim v'yozakim es are akika. V'yizkol es Avram. Remember v'yishlach es loy v'toichav. Next one on the list is Chavis Yericho Yiniv. And the story was that the wall of Yericho was absorbed into the ground. Chavis Yericho Yiniv. The pasuk seems to say it fell. V'nafla shnei k'shemei ha'am is called shayfer v'yaviu ha'am shrug. They blew a truv a tipo. The pasuk says that the wall fell from the Jewish people. A tipo chayim tachtea. Says no, really, it was absorbed. Why do you call it fall? Because this interesting wall. This wall was so thick. The pusi v'roimek yadadi, the height and the thickness were the same. It was an extremely wide wall, so it's impossible for it to fall. So the falling of the wall will be absorbed. Is being absorbed in the ground. That's why it had to be absorbed in order to fall. Okay. Which is very important law. So we say like this. There's a din, we'll see in a minute. This is the mitzvah of Birkas HaGoimel, right? Something good happens, you make Birkas HaGoimel. So there are 4 people. The tzarich l'hoidus. It goes like this. We learn out from the Pasuk Nemar. Sorry. So I would take on this. Who are there 4? Sorry. Yodei Yam. Those who travel by sea, Hochim Midbaris, those who travel through the desert, Mishayah Choyle Misrapa, one who was ill, we'll see that Mishayah Chavish Beisasurim, and Lalain was someone who was in captivity, in jail, Yotza. And the Gemara is going to now bring the 4 sources, for each one. Where do you see Hagoimo? Yodei Ayam in Al-Nichsiv. Pasuk says, Yodei Ayam Baniyas. Those who travel on boats, on ships. Heimero, Ma'is Hashem, they see miracles. They say, Vayamah, das Ruach HaSara, the storm stops, Yalu Shamayim, Yodu Tahoimis. They go up and they go down into the depths. And they say, Yachuv Vaynu, they get shaken up, Shikar. They're like being rocked. The boat rocks them like a Shikar Vayimah, Vayitzaku Hashem. They cry out to Hashem. Lahem, from their tsar, from their difficult situation. V'oimer Yakom Sara b'dmama. And the storm should go to quiet. V'oimer v'yisbuchu yishtaku. And they'll be happy when it's quiet. V'oimer yoidu l'Hashem chazdoi. And then it says that stuff they have an obligation of yoidu l'Hashem chazdoi. So that's the core that those that travel on the sea have to be yoidul Hashem after what they experience. One who goes in the desert, they get lost in the desert. Hashem guides them. One who was ill, those who do wrong for the because of their averas, they suffer. They lose their appetite. They're sick. Yizakul Hashem, Batzulahem. Yishtak Dvaro, Hashem sends his messengers, his word via Rapim, to heal them. Yodim Hashem Chazda. 4th is Mishayah Chavish Beis Asurim, one who was in jail. He's in the darkness. It's a novice. And he's in the shadows of death. Cries out to Hashem, and is suffering. And he also is Yoidul Hashem Chazal. What is the bracha? I'm going to view the bracha. Baruch HaGoyim Chasam Tovim. They add the Goyans Chayovim Tovos Shegamalani called two, as we say. Abayomer B'tzarich Lo Iduyi Kam Yasar. There's a locha that you don't say Birchas HaGoyim by yourself. You need 10 people. See the Moya Bikal Shem. Kolam. Also says over this parsha over there. Mazutra Amar, now he interprets that pasuk that even more. Besides the 10 people, you also need to have two trains, right? Unite with the people is Rabbanan. Because it also says in the pasuk, remember Moshe is Canaan. You need Canaan. Yalu. So therefore, you need to be 10 people and 2 Rabbanim. Maske Rashi, Ve'im Kul Rabbanan. Maybe the interpretation is everyone's a Rabbanim. Miksiv, the Kal's Canaan, the Kalam, Miksiv. Ve'im Be'asar Sha'ama, Ve'im Be'asar, there's B'kalam Miksiv, Ve'im Be'asar, Sha'aram of Shreban. Okay, so maybe it's 10 plus 2, maybe 12 people there. Not, we said for 10 and 2 of the 10 are Rabbanim. Maybe it's 12 people, so 10 plus 2. Kasha, that's a good question. I don't know. Don't have an answer. Rav Yehuda Cholash, Rav Yehuda was sick. Vitpach, he get well. All the Gabi of Chana Bagta. Rabban Amalei Baruch Achmona Diyav Nahalach. So when they came, they made a brach. They said Baruch Achmona that he gave you V'lavich LaAfra. He give you to the dirt. Amalahu. So he said that. So now that you said that, I heard you say that, I don't have to say goimel. That's like a goimel. What about the 10 people? There were 10 people. But he's not the one who said the goimel. The ani v'srayu amen. He says amen. It's like he says it. A little more. 3 people require shimur. They need special guarding. A sick person, chosin v'kala. Also a woman who gives birth. The mazikin want to damage them. They need shmira. The 3 things, if it's midik and if you're marich in them, Shem will lengthen your life. We'll see this is complicated. Someone extends his meal. We'll see what that means. Also, why that? To do it in the Marach Basic Kisei. That's a more natural thing. You make sure he goes to the Basic Kisei, whatever he needs. Now the Gemara analyzes each one. I'll do a little more, yeah. Are you supposed to be marach in tefillah? You really shouldn't. You shouldn't be marach so much. It's going to eventually. It's going to be you're going to have ke'ev leiv. You're going to have a broken heart from such investment in tefillah. That long tefillah, extended tefillah, will bring machla leiv. And in fact, 3 things are, when we bind Hashem of Aveiros, Kir Natui, in Tefillah, also trying to get them Shemayim to punish somebody. So Holakasha. So we have a steer. Is Bima Ayin, is Marich Tefillah positive or negative? So the answer is as follows. Depends. Ma'ayin ba hu ma'ayin ba ma'ayin ba. To expect, focus on the tefillah and have expectations from tefillah, that's not good. That's ke'ev leiv. But to be myrich and make your bakasha, extensive bakashas, that's good. It's okay, as long as you're not mindful. How do you do it? You're mapish, you repeat, you keep asking for rachamim. Okay, we'll stop by Marach Shulchan.